From WAOW, all your coverage in stunning high definition. Newsline 9's Wake Up Wisconsin, your trusted resource.
Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Wisconsin. I'm Nate Barrett.
And I'm Jaclyn Sabol. Thanks for joining us this morning. It looks like it's starting out to be a beautiful day out there.
I know, it's about time. It has been so cold to start this week. We've been talking about the polar vortex all week. Caleb, how's the weekend looking?
The weekend is looking much warmer. It's already started to warm up and this warming trend is just going to continue. Take a look at the current temperatures outside, already in the 70s, which means that we could break 90 on Monday. I'll have more details in a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, Caleb. Rescue workers are now combing the crash site in eastern Ukraine where a Malaysian Airlines plane went down.
All 298 passengers on board are dead. According to U.S. officials, the jet was shot down by a missile in the region as tensions escalate between Ukraine, pro-Russian rebels, and the Kremlin. Officials are still trying to determine who shot down the missile, but both sides have denied involvement. President Barack Obama said yesterday the U.S. will provide assistance to figure out how and why the plane went down. The scene is controlled by pro-Russian rebels who say they have recovered the plane's data and will send it to Moscow. It is unclear if there were any Americans aboard. Russian President Vladimir Putin says Ukraine bears responsibility for the crash. This comes after months of fighting in the region. Retired UW Marathon County political science professor Angela Berger says Russians are waiting, hoping Ukraine acts out in violence. And if it does, Berger says the Russian government will have no problem firing back.
And they said, hey, we are Russian, we want to use Russian, and you had all this military expertise, plus some help from the outside. And so, yeah, they started taking over buildings and, you know, we've seen the turmoil.
Again, we're not sure at this point how the plane went down, but Russia's president says the tragedy would not have happened if there were peace on the land and if military actions had not been renewed in southeast Ukraine. Many of us like to cool off in the water during these warm summer days, right? And our four-legged friends often feel the same exact way.
Some of them hit the water during Marketplace Thursday, and Newsline 9's Melissa Langvin has our story. Pretty talented pups there.
They are so cute, and I was actually there yesterday, and I got to see it in person, and it was even better in person.
What was your favorite act?
Oh, there were quite a few. They had some really long-range jumps. I mean, they were really going for it. You gotta love their spirit, right?
Pretty impressive. I'm gonna go check them out when they come to Rhineland. Coming up in August.
Absolutely, definitely worth seeing.
And stick around. Caleb is in next as a full check of the forecast coming up right after the break.
And a look inside Lambeau for the grand opening of the Packers Pro Shop. You're watching Wake Up Wisconsin. We'll be right back.